So the WNBA Power Rankings, lads, have gone and happened right now. They have been done by ESPN, and I'm interested to see where the Indiana Fever are right now, and are they in the playoffs? Are they out of the playoffs? Because they're fine, like they're in the playoffs right now. They're 500. And if you guys are enjoying this, subscribe. We are 4 subscribers off getting to 59.1k. Trying to get to 60k. And look, we're not going to get to 60k by the end of the month, but we're still going for it. So yeah, if we could do that, that'd be incredible. But yeah, let's take a look. So if you go to WNBA.com, obviously it connects on our own 5. So we're going to look at the actual standings. Based on the standings here, we have got 12 teams are 500 or plus. Because Connecticut are 0-5. And nobody's undefeated, which is mad because the last 2 years teams have gone 10-0 to start the year. But Connecticut, one of those teams 2 years ago who went 10-0, are in 15th. Yeah, like I thought they looked okay yesterday. They are more skilled than Portland. They're more talented than Portland. They don't care more than Portland. If Layla Khan comes back and this team ends up being competent, Layla Khan deserves to be MVP. I'm only half joking. Aaliyah Edwards come back from injury, a bit disappointed in her. Anissa Mara's been great. Kennedy Burke for $1 million might be the worst contract in the league. Genuinely might be. I think Nell Angloma has shown flashes. Sanaya Rivers offensively has been absolutely terrible. Neepkins has been shocking. Diamond Miller hasn't been great, but HVL has been at least a positive point for this team. And Reagan Beers is an undrafted rookie. Has been pretty okay. Storm 14, yeah, they deserve to be there. Malonga's out, as is Magbagor. Awafam hasn't come over, so they are probably going to have Awafam activated for their next game. And I do think activating Awafam early enough, she's going to probably walk in as a starter. Losing Grace Van Sluten is a bit of a pity. There are other players I think they would have got rid of, but they are facing off against Connecticut, who are, I think they already beat Connecticut, I think. So they already beat Connecticut. It is Wednesday, tomorrow night, so I don't know if Awafam's going to be activated. If she is, expected to start. They're in tank mode. They'll be bad. Let's just say that much. The LA Sparks 1-3. Yeah, the Sparks are terrible. The Sparks are terrible. They deserve to be in 13th. They play no defense. They're not even good on offense. And yeah, I wouldn't be one for pretending this team's not absolutely horrendous. Like if this team was, like I had them predicted to be okay going into the season. I thought they were going to be fine. But like they're just bad. They're just all around bad. So yeah, don't play defense, don't play offense. They're old, they're slow. 13th fair. Portland, I like Portland. I think the fact that they are 12 in a power ranking is impressive because on paper they are one of the worst teams in the league. But the fact that they are on paper in this position right here is a testament to how good they are. They've been to start the year. They worked their ass off. Sarah Ashley Barker's cold-blooded. And Bridget Carlton is still Bridget Carlton. Carla Late's been injured as well, who was exceptional too. I like this team. They're a fun, bad team. Toronto Tempo 2-2. Brittany, these are another fun, bad team. Brittany Sykes is just going to be relentless. She is relentless. As bad as she can be, she is relentless. And for me anyway, I think there's a lot to be said for a player that's just 100% go at all times. I think there's a lot to be said for that. And I think this is a pretty big one in terms of like it being an interesting team. They're gonna be a fun bad team. Indiana in 10. Like I don't agree, but I do agree. Like we're likely to repeat this throughout the season. Fever success relies on adequate defense. They don't need to be great, and that was just good enough. They'll never be good enough. That's the problem. They didn't sign any defenders. Other than drafting Raven Johnson, who they don't play, not one player they signed in free agency is good on defense. Not one player they brought back, other than Leah Boston, is good on defense. If you look through the Indiana Fever roster, Mo Billings is a bad defender. Let's look at their front court. Leah Boston, really good defender. Everyone else in the front court, Mo Billings is a bad defender. Maisha Hines-Allen is a mediocre defender, bad rim protector. And Mo Billings is a bad defender, mediocre rim protector. KK Timpson is a good rim protector, horrifically awful defender. Numair Standis is the worst defender in the league. And let's look at their guards. Sophie Cunningham tries. On defense, is incredibly slow-footed. Lexi Hall's a bad defender. Kelsey Mitchell's a bad defender. Caitlin Clark has effort issues. Caitlin Clark is a pretty okay defender who has effort issues. And I don't know what's worse, being a bad defender who tries or being a pretty decent defender who doesn't try. So like there are issues in Caitlin Clark's defense, massive. She has massive effort issues on defense. Ty Harris is a bad defender. Raven Johnson hacks the shit out of people. Is not yet a good defender at the W level, especially with how it's being refed. The Indiana Fever employs one good defender. In their entire roster, they employ one good defender in Leah Boston. They employ two defensive playmakers in Lexi Hall and Raven Johnson, who, with Raven's fouling and Lexi Hall's matador defense giving up open layups regularly, like both of them, while the defensive playmakers, have massive shortcomings in other ends of defense. And then you've got issues where Caitlin Clark has to now suddenly start taking tough defensive assignments because no one else can guard, which is not good. You're supposed to put defenders around Caitlin so she doesn't have to take those. But now she has to take tough defensive assignments. And we might be looking at our guard in Carter Lake tomorrow, which is going to be ugly. But yeah, I think 10th is fair. I think they've been bad so far. I think they've been really bad. Like, their wins this year have only been against the terrible Sparks and the terrible Storm. And they didn't make either of these games easy. Like, as much as they were way ahead in both of them, they didn't make either of them easy for themselves. And they lost to a mediocre Dallas Wings team and a bad Mystics team. So, yeah. Mystics 2-2. 9th, I'm fine with that. I put them ahead of Fever. Do I think they end the season better than Fever? No. Because Sydney Johnson is literally coaching this team like they're tanking. Like, if you guys don't know, Sydney Johnson is literally going 5 on, 5 off. He'll play 11 players in a quarter. He is tanking. He is running tanking rotations. He'll unload the bench in the first quarter. Like, he'll take 4 of his stars off and bring 4 on. This is tanking. Phoenix Mercury 2-2, better than the Wings. Yavana, like, they've only lost to the Sky and the Aces. Like, they have beaten. Oh no, they lost to the Lynx. They lost to the Sky and the Lynx. But they killed the Aces by 30. And Yavana Nogic is good. And the only reason they lost to the Lynx was because they were trying new stuff and overplay the eye and didn't play Nogic enough. Like, Yavana Nogic is a joke. Kalia Copper's been terrible this year. Like, I get it, she's leading the team in scoring. I don't think she's been good this year. I've watched enough of this team play. But Mercury are higher than 8. Like, there is no fucking way the Dallas Wings are higher than the Golden State Bucks. You have the Dallas Wings high. Like, they beat a bad Mystics team and a bad Fever team. Lost to a iffy Minnesota Lynx team. The Lynx should not be top 6. The Lynx don't have a center on their roster. They currently don't have a healthy center. There's one healthy power forward. They have one healthy inside player, Natasha Howard. The Lynx are terrible. After opening the season with 2 wins, they dropped the game to the Sky. Sky are really good, though. Like, and the Valkyries are terrible. That should not have them down 7. The Dallas Wings at 2-2. They choked 2 games. They really did choke 2 games. And then they beat a really bad, Mystics team, who, look, are bad. The Fever made them look good. You know, I say, oh, but they went to double overtime or overtime with the Liberty. Yeah, the Liberty, they lost to the Liberty in overtime, and the Liberty had Breanna, Steward, and a bunch of small guards. All their bigs got fouled out, and with no Sabrina, Satu, or Phoebish. Like, come on. The Lynx at 5? What? How did the Lynx go up 4 spots? Like, how did the Lynx go up 4 spots? They got fucking torched in their last game. Like, they got killed. Like, I get it was an 7 point game. They were getting killed by Chicago. And not only that, they don't have a big. Like, Fee's not back for at least a few weeks. UHAS, no one knows what's wrong with UHAS. No, absolutely no one knows what's wrong with UHAS. That being said, yeah, it is. Like, it is what it is. So, let's take a look at for Chicago Sky 3-1. Fair. They won those couple of games. JC getting injured. Or not JC, geez, Ricky getting injured. JC's been really good. The Dream up to 3. I'm okay with that. And then Vegas 4-1. Man, I consider until New York get their team back, as in Sabrina, Satu, and Phoebish, I'm moving Aces up to 1, man. The Aces have beat good teams. Like, they've beaten, other than the Sun, they've beat good teams. The Liberty have literally beaten the tanking Mystics, the tanking Fire, and the tanking Sun. And they lost to the Portland Fire. The Aces at least also a good Mercury team. I put the Aces number 1. And yeah, that's it. Honestly, I would have, like, there's no reason for the Minnesota Lynx to be 5. There's actually just not. There's not. They want to put Dallas 6 and said, oh, Minnesota beat Dallas. Yeah, but Emma Chikova got Taurasi out in that game. They all are on the same record. The Valk should be higher. The Mercury should be higher. Get the Fever up a few spots. And yeah, I don't even mind Fever at 10, to be honest. But if you look down, like, Tempo, Fire, fuck, the Fire look better than Fever this year, which is crazy to say. But anyway, yeah, I see you guys.